Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. I also want to give a double honor to the apostles, the elder, the great millstone who taught me this word, and the brothers who teach down with sincerity. I also want to give a salutation to the elect scattered across the four corners of the earth, known as the speckled birds.
We see a vast amount
That's not what I wanted.
Nicki Minaj is currently the most
I
unfollowed person all across social media.
I don't care about Nicki Minaj. This is what I wanted right here. So we see a 2-year-old given life sentence in North Korea for having a Bible. All right. That ain't what I wanted. In Canada, proposed law could make preaching the Bible illegal. All right, as we see right here. So these things happen around the world. If Canada does it, and North Korea banned the Bible. These are all heathens. They're gonna ban the Bible. Then you got with this thing going on with the Insurrection Act. Project Esther. Right, I had that. I'm trying to download this video. It won't let me, so whatever. But where's it at? I'm gonna get into Project Esther. Right here. See, because the famine of the word is quickly approaching. Right, Project Esther. Permanently referred to a controversial policy blueprint from the conservative think tank. Let's get straight to it, man. I ain't trying to do all this. Officially titled Project Esther, a national strategy to combat anti-Semitism, the documents claim to provide a plan to counter anti-Semitism in the United States. It is named after the biblical Queen Esther, who is celebrated for saving the Jewish people. No. All right. Whatever. The project identifies the United States Philistine movement as a global Hamas support nation. HSN proposes a multi-faceted campaign to dismantle its within 12 to 24 months. It seeks to reframe criticism of Israel and pro-Philistines, advocated in anti-Semitism, or even mature support for terrorism. So pretty much what I'm trying to get to, they like to use all these stupid words, revoking visas and deporting foreign students and facilities involved in pro-Philistinian activism, cutting federal funding for educational institution according of tolerating anti-Semitism as defined by the project. So pretty much they're trying to tie into speaking the truth and speaking your mind into this to make you a T, like I just read. All right, so this is like when it comes to banning the Bible and all that, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be the famine of the word. Using law for and criminalizing protest and dissent. So you go out protest, you a tear, if you know what I mean. You teaching the Bible, you a tear. All right, that's the whole point, is to shut up the prophets. Project Esther is often described as an addendum to the Heritage Foundation. Oh man, forget all that crap, man. So pretty much if you speak up, they're using this anti-Semitism thing, and with the event that happened, I think a couple weeks ago, when the shooting out there in I forgot, was it Pennsylvania or something like that? I forgot. What is a shooting where it's eight-ish people lost their life. You best to believe that was a psyop, because the government is pushing this really hard. They're trying to ban TikTok. They're trying to shut up the prophets. All right. So this is coming soon to shut the prophets up. Let me see if I can find some more information to stretch this lesson out. If I only need 5 more minutes. But it's what I always go to, because it also goes into the digital ID. If you paying attention, the scripture said measure thy time diligently, and you measure what they're doing. If you see what's going on, that you see that that digital ID is gonna be the famine of the word, because they're gonna have an ID on all your social media accounts and all your videos and everything you're saying, and they're gonna know it's you. They're also going to delete all the prophets. They're going to delete all our videos and all that. So it's just Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but a hearing the word of the Lord. All right, and I kind of didn't understand at first until I'm actually living in it, because I was like, how's the famine of the word going to come before food? I thought it always going to come at the same time, but no. They're pushing for the famine to get rid of these Bibles now, and to get rid of the prophets now, but it's still gonna be food here and stuff in the store. The famine of food will come a little bit down the line, so I understand that. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the words of the Lord of Yahweh, and shall not find it.
Holy crap, Benjamin Netanyahu sounds like he's threatening every Western country on earth right now. You know why he sounds like that? Because he is. Because they're desperate. That's what desperation sounds like. Now they're overtly threatening other countries because they've lost the narrative, and people are leaving Israel in droves. People in the United States and Europe and Australia have turned against Israel. So Netanyahu went on he's sounding like a mafioso. So here is what, so after the false flag in Australia that Israel engineered, where they that an ISIS guy shoot some Jewish people at a Hanukkah celebration. Remember, ISIS is working with Israel. They work with the Mossad. When ISIS fighters were working with Israel to overthrow Assad in Syria, when they would get wounded, the Israel medics would fix them up. Just so you know. So we know that ISIS and Israel are working together along with Al Qaeda. Because if they're supposed to be sworn enemies, isn't it weird that ISIS and Al Qaeda never attack Israel? So that's how you know Australia was a false flag. And what this is all about is trying to get countries like Australia and the United States and the UK and other countries to censor and clamp down on people telling the truth about Israel and their genocide. That's what this is about. And so right now he's going to try to threaten people over it. Watch this. If you don't censor, we're coming for you. Watch this. So I guess I'll read it. Let me read it. I demand, listen to how he talks. Listen to this. I demand that Western governments do what is necessary to fight anti-Semitism and provide the required safety and security for Jewish communities worldwide. They would be well advised to heed our warning. I demand action from them now. Whoa, that sounds like Tony Soprano. That's what that sounds like. So the man for whom there is no bottom to depraved atrocity is threatening those closest to him now. How can that be? I mean, Netanyahu is the Mr. Rogers of the Middle East. I mean, the bottom line is that if you don't acknowledge what Netanyahu is now, then you're also part of it. Let me just put it that way.
Half of Israel knows what he is.
Yes.
Idiots here don't.
But people in Israel do. And now that he's cornered like a rat, he sounds more and more like the Khazar mafiosa that he's always been. The Samson option, let's remember what the Samson option is it's the one where Israel steals nuclear secrets from the United States in the early 60s. Then they get rid of anyone in the way in 1963, and then they install devices in major strategic spots around the world, the United States included, and if any nation gets out of line, boom, just off the coastline, washing away countless innocent people, almost like Japan, almost. And after all the money we gave him, he's demanding anything from us. Isn't that amazing?
Store of Epstein behind him,
with this, right? Yeah, that's it's like your barista demanding that you wait a half hour after you spend $10 on a coffee. Oh wait, that is what happens. But anyway,
is he a stripper? That's how I feel. Like I'm being, chumped by some stripper from where lap dances. But instead of lap dances, they just blow shit up.
So Concerned Citizen tweets out, I demand that Western governments do what's necessary to fight anti-Semitism and provide security and safety for Jews worldwide. That would be well advised. They would be well advised to heed our warning. I demand action from them now. Holy crap, Benjamin Netanyahu sounds like he's threatening every Western country on earth right now. You know why he sounds like that? Because he is. Because they're desperate. That's what desperation sounds like. Now they're overtly threatening other countries because they've lost the narrative, and people are leaving Israel in droves. People in the United States and Europe and Australia have turned against Israel. Everywhere, South America, the world has turned against Israel.
The next generation of kids that are Jews have turned against. They have TikTok.
Right. That's right.
I just want to say, watching this sack of shit speak, I didn't give Zelensky enough credit for being a perfect gentleman.
Yep.
Watching this loathsome creature.
This is a guy who's desperate. He's cornered. He doesn't know where to go. And so, he's out now making threats. And
his son's starting a big podcast.
Chris Wick says, holy crap, Netanyahu's out here straight up mafia bossing every Western country like he's got dirt on all our leaders, and we're about to get whacked if we don't kiss the ring. You know why? Because he's got dirt on all the Western leaders.
Did you put it together yet, everyone, when they didn't do the Epstein thing they were supposed to do?
Yeah.
That's how you know nukes are real. There's people that think nuclear weapons aren't real. Like it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Well, you know they're real because Israel's threatening us with them.
Anyway, there you go. There's Benjamin Netanyahu being straight up mafioso. And why? Because it's not working. And they've lost the world. They've lost the next generation of young Jewish people. They've lost.
Jimmy.
What's that?
When he says they need to protect Jewish communities, does he mean from the Hannibal Directive, which is what is killing them? Because I don't think we have the ability to do that.
That's right.
Or else he'll nuke us.
That's right. Remember that Israel themselves killed their own people on October 7th. Probably more people killed by Israel than killed by Hamas on October 7th. That's another story that doesn't get told in the mainstream news media, that they killed their own people on the regular. And the fact,
it's written down. They have a policy of it called the Hannibal Directive. Look it up, idiots.
Look it up, the Hannibal Directive, and they used it. And it just goes to show you that because they're still slaughtering Palestinians on the regular every day. That it wasn't because of the hostages. They never wanted those. It's because they got the hostages back, and they're still slaughtering Palestinians. They're doing it every day.
The IDF's committing suicide at unprecedented rates, not because obviously they don't care about killing Arab kids, but they were ordered to kill their own people they've been racist trained to think are better than everyone. And I'll bet it's overbearing. That's my guess, Jimmy.
That's my guess. Like that, we covered that one IDF soldier who unalived himself. And he said, what I did can never be forgiven. And I think it's because he killed his own people on October 7th. That's what he's upset about.
Oh, also, the guy that was fired by Netanyahu on Israeli TV said the order was given.
Yes.
So we know it was given. Assholes. Israeli news, remarkably forthcoming compared to the slop that stupid fat fuck Americans get. That's what they think of you. Their propaganda goes to us. Actual Israelis are leaving in droves because they hate that guy. So this is all the desperation. They're losing population.
This is it. And their economy's collapsing. And they've lost them. And now there's anti-APAC PACs, political PACs in America. And it's very unpopular to be a politician running on I'm pro-Israel right now. So this is desperation. And that's what you get from a murderer like Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay, over to if you'd like to hear my jokes about this, come see us January 11th in Waikiki. It's a Sunday, January 30th at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. That's a Friday. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and only jimmydore.com, or else you'll spend more money. The cheapest tickets always at jimmydore.com. Hey, come see me on tour January 11th in Waikiki, Hawaii, and January 30th in Los Angeles at the Comedy Store. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.
So for those of you who have not heard about Project Esther, think of Project 2025 as just chapter 1. And this is just the beginning of what will be Project Esther. Now you can go on to the American Heritage Foundation website and find exactly this. But I wanted to clarify something for you. It's how the TikTok transition is actually correlating to Project Esther. So surely by now you've heard about this TikTok transition where they're going to give you one of two choices. Come September, you can either upload all of your data to M, or you can choose to lose all of your data and only be forced to use the American version of TikTok. If you're not aware, the American version of TikTok, which they're now going to implement, you're not going to see videos from Germany, Ireland, Canada, any of those people anymore, and vice versa. They will not be able to see our videos. So if you don't transition and make the move to M, which is run by Meta, and we all know who Meta is related to, Peter Thiel, one of the main investors. He also is the main investor in Palantir and Datamine. So here it is, straight from the horse's mouth. Now this is within Project Esther, which you can find on their website, obviously just a screenshot. The HSN and HSOs have made prolific and unchecked use of social media platforms, such as TikTok, bingo, across the entire digital ecosystem to spout anti-Semitic propaganda. Additionally, these social media platforms provide the perfect means of communication and coordination among HSO members and between HSOs, strengthening the broader HSN. So like Project 2025, Project 2025 wasn't exactly handed over to Congress for validation and to pass as a bill, but they were just implementing each part of it. Now there is that website that you can go to check to see how far they've progressed in Project 2025. I don't believe they've done that with Project Esther, but I'm waiting around for it. These things will be implemented step by step. Do you remember that line? America wasn't Gilead until it was?